long you wait at the light is up to you, you know? So the light turns green, the lady goes through, takes a left, and then she's gone again like it's the Kia race sweepstakes, only to take a right and pull into Starbucks. Wasn't in a hurry to get to work, wasn't in a hurry because she was passing a kidney stone, was in a hurry to get to Starbucks. You know what, lady? I know you're listening. Slow down. Leave 2 minutes earlier. If you go out there and hit a kid driving down Ball Airport, walking to school, which I see them all the time, most of the time they're on the sidewalk. Sometimes they're not. Little brother pushes big brother out into the sidewalk, onto the street, you got a dead kid. Slow down.
Hit a deer, you're probably in somebody's yard after that. Then we got a Caleb Shaw Award winner.
No doubt.
Idiot. That's all I got to say.
Absolutely. No point in it. No point in it.
Scott Snow checking in. Kendra Douglas, Roy Gutierrez, Jordan Glass, Cody Bauman, good morning. Marvin Mickish, Will Vincent, Rena Scherer, Judge Posey, good morning. Junior Samples, Bobby Leister checking in. Post call to Wednesday today. Stephanie Conti, Scott Tomko, Ricky King. We're huge in Branson, Missouri.
Hey, we like Branson, Missouri.
Justin Glass, Kerry Bump says Caldo Wednesday was so good. Always is. Stuart Martin, Junior Samples, Crystal Matt, Matt Boucher, Tammy Keeling, Jarrett McCrugan says listening for a few, then he has to go shovel the walk.
Wow.
Yeah, don't miss that.
Well.
Yeah. Patricia Nagel, Jeff Finley, David Glass, Diane Tippett, Stuart Martin, good morning.
Why isn't there this time of year a portable, removable, little electronic grid that you could lay down on your sidewalk, plug in at 4 a.m, and it just melts that snow away by lunchtime?
Because that turns to ice.
Because it's just too cold?
Yeah.
You could melt the snow, but it would immediately refreeze.
Pretty much. That thing would be buried under a sheet of ice.
Very interesting. And you live there, why? It's opportunity?
Oh,
that's right. You left. Yeah.
Jordan Glass says, but if she worked there, then it's okay.
She wasn't working there. There's an amazing line. You want to talk about the greatest
Well, that's the other thing.
thing.
She hurried to get in line at the drive-thru.
Yeah. The greatest marketing smack around for the gullible on the history of the planet is Starbucks. I mean, and hey, make no mistake, like our own Torrin Bales, he's addicted. Torrin Bales is probably at Starbucks as we speak.
Average coffees at best, in my opinion.
And they're $5 a throw.
Yeah. Stuart Martin says, and people tailgating school buses while they're unloading.
This is it. Water. Donnie bought me this bottle. And
that's so you don't pass kidney stones.
Yeah.
Chug
I drink
back.
a gallon of water every day now.
Torrin Bale says he was driving his Kia.
Oh, yeah, TB. That's it. No more.
So it was a Telluride. He was listening to Yacht Rock.
That Cowboys, now that I think about it, it was bedazzled.
Exactly.
Swarovski crystals all around and diamonds.
Hey, Gilbert Ramon. Joaquin, good morning. Have a good day. Scott Tompkins has major focus on hydration today. Well,
hello, Joaquin.
Got to keep our mind off everything else that's going on. So
this segment brought to you by Tito's.
Kevin Hart, 25th recipient of the prestigious Mark Twain Prize for American Humor. Really? Deserving? I don't know. I mean, I sometimes he's funny, sometimes he's not. He's not. He's a hit or miss guy for me when it comes to comedians.
I think he's kind of a formula comedian. He does the same kind of shtick all the time.
That's kind of what they all do, don't they?
I guess. But he's very funny.
Yeah. No, I like him.
Andy Kaufman.
No. He was a hit or miss.
We didn't like him that much.
No, he was a hit or miss.
I used to think maybe I was dumb because I didn't get some of his humor, and maybe I was.
Maybe you were.
And maybe it was more geared towards New Yorkers, that where people have different, like if you're from the South, you laugh at certain things about biscuits and gravy that people up north just go, what is that all about? Well, I just saw Garrett Cole's name. Was there a reason?
Yeah, we'll get to that during the
Oh, well, he's making me wait, folks.
Yeah, Astros half minute.
He's coming back.
Junior Sample says coffee shop next to the Gray Barn is a better coffee shop. Yeah, the box, absolutely. Way better coffee. Mark Kurtz says there's water and beer.
There you go. Judge Posey says you could give a minimum of 100 speeding tickets a day on Millette, which is coincidentally named after his law partner for 32 years.
Nice. You could give 100 a day, and it still wouldn't slow folks down on Millette.
There's the problem. So what they need to do, honestly, they need to widen it and put a median in the middle and make it wider.
Yeah, I agree. Probably can't get that easement.
Yeah. Mark Kurtz adds, there's water and beer.
Absolutely.
And Ash told me, because you're going to need to pee in the middle of the show. And I said, so? Got it depends on.
Would explain the squishing when you walk, that little...
You know, something I've
like corduroys in a fat person.
Something I've become keenly aware of is I don't want to become... And I don't know what it is. And I'm open to folks that are willing to share. I don't know if it's that our hormones change. Like, there's an odor in Caden's room, right? He's 15 years old. He's a teenage boy. There's just a
funk.
A funk, and there's the only real word for it.
Well, how much of his football undergarments are in there on the floor, not laundered?
Well, most of his stuff he brings down on the daily because it's just we now have to buy. I don't know if you even know these things exist. Dawn said she got a ticket on Millette and doesn't speed there anymore. Thank you, honey.
You're the one.
There is a bag. If you're going in HEB and you're going down the aisle where all the laundry detergent's on the left, on the right is the hardcore stuff, the Oxy, and there is a bag of Tide Odor Plus. It has Febreze in it, and it's a pod that you throw in addition to the soap.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's got it's like Alka-Seltzer for your clothes.
And does it work?
Sort of.
Sort of.
But, I mean, it's a $10 bag of pods, and we use it on Caden's clothes. It's sheets. I mean, Dawn sometimes washes the kids' sheets twice, and we wash them once a week. Kids just
baking
funky.
soda might work.
Hey, I'm
Cheaper.
the stepdad. You know what I'm saying? He didn't get that from me. I'm just saying. I know where he got it because Dawn doesn't funk. Let me throw this at you.
Matt Boucher says the Wade and Carter Good Housekeeping Show.
There you have it. Just a little vinegar in your laundry, ladies, and it'll make it lovely.
I'm standing next to Mrs. Garrett here.
Well, just the other day when Dawn was, ironing my boxers, I like a nice pleat in my boxers. I don't think it's asking too much. She does that every
Starch
now
them
and then.
too?
Sure. Well, no.
Well, they got to match the crease in your Wranglers.
Then they chafe.
Because if you don't have the crease in your boxers, the crease in your Wranglers,
it's off to the side.
Yeah, it's going to screw things up.
Yeah. But I'm starting to become aware as I get older. I mean, I'll be 60. I'm 62. No, I'm not. 61. Huh? I'm aware that there's nothing worse. And ladies, I'm telling the truth. I don't want to become the guy. Everybody's going to have a visual or a sensory when I say I don't want to smell like an old man. You've walked into a room and go, oh, look, God, that reminds me of my grandpa. Yeah. I don't want to be that guy. Now, I don't want to smell like Polo. I don't want to smell like the 1980s. But I want to be the guy.
I'll get you a bottle of Dracar Noir for Christmas.
You get a little older, and you got to be sure your grandma used to say scrub behind your ears. There's a reason. There's a little funk that'll build up behind your ear. If you're not careful, you get that musty smell, and I don't want to have that.
No. And
Dawn's the first. Dawn has in another life, with that hair, Dawn would be like a golden doodle, like drug dog. I mean, her sniffer, she'll walk in and go, trash needs to go out. I'm like, we're like barely clearing the garage.
Yeah.
Trash needs to go out. I'm like, okay.
Look at Will's got your back. It's just a number, Brent. You're not old.
No, I'm not old. I'm the youngest 61-year-old guy I know. I'm the youngest guy over 60 I know besides Torrin Bales and Sheriff Louderback.
And be small. He might have you on the immaturity.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Much more mentally immature. Yeah, sure. But yeah, no, I'm not I don't play 60-ish.
My great grandfather passed away like in the mid to late 70s. I still cannot get a whiff of Absorbine Jr.
Oh,
and not think back to him.
Think about him. Yeah. Will Vincent,
Adam Sugar says men who do manly stuff stink. If your son doesn't stink, he's not living right.
Amen. Will Vincent says, I'm 51, still learning how to drive, huh, Will?
Roy Gutierrez says, just got to Target and got some of those tuck-it underwear, Brent. Crease never be wrong. He says you got to
have it.
There you go.
There you have it.
That's Roy Gutierrez's.
What do you make of, we've talked
Advice
about
for life for you.
that Sheriff Louderback and Jeff
Morning, Jamie Browder.
Balknight are going to step up and
I haven't heard of anybody
Morrison.
else.
I haven't.
And I thought it was going to be a crowded field.
By the way, I would think personally, if anybody else is smart, they would sit this one out because one of those two men is going to be our next state rep.
City Council on Tuesday will consider a special election because I believe under state law, Jeff Balknight has to resign as mayor, and that election would happen like February 3rd, so it'd be quick.
It will, and Andrew Young will serve as mayor pro tem, very qualified, longest tenured guy on the council. You are about to see, and I'm curious if it matters to you folks. I mean, we have a city manager form of government. Jesus Garza does a tremendous job, I think, as our city manager. He's really taken the city from the Charmel days when she just, to me, was like, no. Okay? She was like, you picture health insurance. No, we're denying that claim. Now tell me why I shouldn't. Charmel was like, no, we're not doing that. There's no money for that. We can't do that. I sat in those meetings.
And don't tell me why we should, because there was just no. There was no reason.
Charmel was an authoritarian who just ran the city and basically, had Paul Pulisic sit by her heels, and he did nothing. He mailed it in his last entire term. And you look at it and you see the things that are happening. Whether you like the project downtown or not, it's happening. Whether you are excited about the bicentennial, there are events planned. I mean, our city is at least active now. I do think it's interesting. I think it's worth noting that, when we were all running for election, there was tons of talk about the South Side. South Side. We're going to renovate the South Side. It's going to look like Magnolia.
I don't recall you.
I didn't throw that Pollyannic crap out there because I knew it wasn't going to happen. So you've got all these people saying, well, Chip and Joanna are going to come down, and they're just going to go from house to house, and it's just going to look like a 1950s beautiful place down there. Guess what? When was the last time you heard anybody mention the South Side? Ain't nobody mention the South Side. It's not an election year. There you have it. That's the South Side. That's the South Side getting together. You got to go down there and get with Ricky Mumford and talk about the South Side because ain't nobody else talking about it. Now, is that good? I don't know. Is it reality? You bet. You can twist it around any way you want, but ain't nobody talking about the South Side. So here's what I'm telling you. I think
the South Side starts in downtown. Revitalize downtown, and it slowly emanates out from there.
That's fair. But you got to admit, it was all the rage. Oh, Carter's doing it. Everybody else is going to do something for the South Side.
And here's why I don't think it happened. We have enough issues in this town with affordable housing. For folks that work, for folks that don't, for folks struggling, living paycheck to paycheck. If you went and renovated the South Side,
they couldn't afford the taxes.
They would not be able to aid the taxes.
Hello.
The rent would go up. They would have to move. The people on the South Side would have to move. Then there's nowhere for them to go.
I think there was a candidate in the race back then who said something along those lines. And then, when it was over, reality said, just like the same candidate that said, no, we don't. We don't have to give a bunch of free loans for COVID. That isn't going to work. Nobody's going to get – oh, yeah, that's right.
Did we give one?
That is, we gave one. And we have to do something. All these well-meaning rich guys in town signed a letter. Harumph. We feel good about ourselves. We're here to help you people.
With your money.
And then nothing happened. I don't take pride in being right. I just am not going to let you forget that you were wrong. There's the fact. So flash forward. Let me tell you what's going to happen now since I'm never wrong about these things. You're going to see a lot of people who have no business being in city politics. Don't know beans from carrots. Don't know nothing. But they're going to want to be the ones shaking hands and kissing babies when that 200th anniversary comes along. They're going to want to be the one that's out there saying, gotta dance. Look at Victoria. Hello, governor. They're going to want to be that person. But they're not going to be the person that's here to help you get ready for 2025, fix the streets, clean up the medians. Keep the water plants clean. So be very,
So
very
they'll
careful.
run for one. They'll serve for 1 year and then resign.
Right. Or they'll serve for 1 year, and because they've got decent name recognition and you've seen them in the paper 500 times, you'll vote for them again, and then the city will just be in shambles. Be very, very careful. I have somebody that I hope runs. I haven't heard if he is going to seek election.
Well, I guess until Tuesday and it becomes official.
Yeah. But I tell you what, you get somebody comes in off the street, seems like the flavor of the week. Be very, very careful. I was willing to do it. I'm not willing to do it now. Y'all can have it. It's a clown show, and I don't want anything to do with it.
There you go. Breaking news, awaiting Carter. Carter is not running for mayor.
Carter is not running for mayor. Carter could not care less. You had your chance at a bright future. You had your chance at somebody that would have gone out and sold this city. So y'all just keep praying
Still
about
got
this.
enough signs to run.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I can just check. He's tanned, rested, and ready. Carter in 25. No. Y'all just keep talking about the South Side. I'll just keep talking about what's really going
I'm
on.
holding on to my Carter for mayor hat till it becomes worth some money.
Right?
Alton Johnson, tell us how you really feel.
Hey, there's
That's
no
all we
reason
do
not
on
to
this
right
show,
now.
Alton, right?
That's the main reason I ran, is so that I could say what I want to say. And that, by the way, that's what I did while I ran. Hey, if you don't want what I'm offering you, don't get it. But I would have, we had plans. I would have delivered what I talked about. Well, enjoy your $3 million duck pond and let's move on together.
Got public restrooms now.
Scott Tonka says that won't make a very good bumper sticker. Yeah, you don't put a bumper sticker on a Ferrari. We're moving way too fast for this city. This city's mired in being Victoria. And that's not Balknight's fault. And it's certainly not Jesus' fault. He's doing good things. But the city itself, meh.
Yeah. I mean, this goes back a few terms of mayors ago. This state has been growing at an astronomical pace for 30 years.
Yeah, not Victoria.
Not Victoria.
4%.
If that. And that's the problem. People didn't want Victoria to change, and now those same people are wanting somebody else to play catch-up because they realized, oops.
Well, this town grows as Formosa adds units, That's how this town grows. Now hiring Formosa, they hire 100 people and 50 families move to town.
And we've talked about it. A business relocates from the south side, and what goes in? Check cashing, mattress, payday loan.
Money laundering for the cartel.
We're not the industries that drive an economy of a city. They're not relocating here. We haven't had a big business show up since Caterpillar.
No. And they paid us $8.38 in taxes.
Tom Price checking in. The Iceman's in.
Tom Price checking in reminds me to remind you, next Tuesday, November 21st, 6 p.m., that is the pickup location and time, community center. Pickup location and time for the Magic Turkey and Thanksgiving giveaway. It's an annual event. Last year it was at Glazers. The Glazers folks have been so gracious. They're helping again this year. That's one of their outreaches. And so is the city of Victoria, donating the portico. You can come in either off of North Street over by the adult softball fields and blend in, zipper in, as Ash says, or you can come in off Ben Jordan over by the Little League fields and come around the other side of the community center. And it starts at 6 p.m. And
Turkeys till they run out.
That's exactly right.
One per vehicle, please.
Yep, please get by and
one per family. Don't load up 5 cars for the same family. And
just remember that somebody's trying to help everybody, and don't take away from that.
No.
But we'll be out there probably. I think we'll probably be there
tonight.
I know Magic will be there
tonight. We're going to be at Palace Bingo.
Oh, we're friends meet friends. 7:00 tonight. It's a great time to get there. First ball drops at
7:30.
Goes up.
Up, yes.
Balls up at 7:00.
7:30, I think.
7:30. That's right. 7:30.
We get there at 7, so we can snack.
Yeah. Oh, the food's fantastic.
Great food there.
Sometimes Dawn lets me eat.
We're gonna have fun there tonight. So come on by. Before that, stop by the Sip and Shop at the Gray Barn, Gray Barn Mercantile, Town and Country Center. Till 7, you can sip some adult beverages, shop till your heart's content, and have a good time. Stop on by.
Sure.
I think there'll be the other stores in that shopping center will be open as well.
And the VCS companies power the Wade and Carter
They
program.
do.
We appreciate all the technology that they bring to our program.
Still don't know how to use it all, but we're working on it.
If you need anything from an iPad to
That's our way too early New Year's resolution. We will learn to optimize the technology
yeah. We're going to do
in
that.
this studio. Yep.
In
the South Texas TV studio.
Reach out to the VCS companies for all your communication needs. Chesnick Furniture for over 100 years. Let Bobby Leon this holiday season show you why Chesnick and Love make your house a home. Get some new furniture for the family. Enjoy that. They'll deliver it. They'll deliver it between now and then. You can enjoy it through the holiday season. And then Veracruz, the best Mexican food in town, coming in post-call to Wednesday on.
Busy day yesterday. Saw Patrick and Lori Strauss there yesterday.
Oh, I love P. Strauss. How are they doing? They're awesome. By the way, folks, our number here is 361-894-4020.
Chime in if you want. Give us a call.
If you want to call and tell about how great you think things would have been if I got elected mayor, feel free to call 894-4020. I would take your challenges and your abuse about, well, what about this, Carter? What would you have done about this? Raleigh McCoy was a godsend to this community because he was like, honestly, he was like Uncle Raleigh. While we were going through COVID, he had the patience. I would not have had the patience to be down in that bunker with Ben Zeller trying to blow smoke up your skirts that if we can just flatten the curve for 2 weeks, because I'd have been going, folks, this is ridiculous. Wash your hands and go to work. And the governor
Governor didn't let us for a
governor would
few
have been
weeks.
censoring me. So, it's a good thing that I wasn't elected mayor. But in a lot of ways, it probably wasn't. We will see. We will see. I can tell you it would have been different. It would have been different. We're kind of sniffing back a little bit of status quo stuff. But I've enjoyed Jeff Balknight being mayor. I think he does a great job. You're going to see some turnover. I don't think that Mark Ruffalo, what's his name?
Lofgren.
Yeah, Mark Ruffalo. I don't think
Lofgren.
I don't think he'll be back. I don't know.
Is that 2 terms for him?
I don't know. I don't know what I don't know. Okay, I'd like to see the resume. What did you do, Mark, while you were there? Oh, spent a lot of money. Got the roads fixed in Woodway.
Yeah, there's a guy who ran on being a fiscal conservative, and I don't think he's voted against a spending plan yet.
No. He to say rhino, that might be the poster child.
I'm not sure he's a rhino. Adam Sugar says, don't we need politicians who will question and challenge things? Yes, we do.
Oh, yeah. And then what about, I don't know. I think ideally if he had his, I don't know. You never know who would run and who wouldn't run again. I don't know. I think we won't see some turnover. 3 spots, I would think, by the next election.
I would think you're probably right. Steve Kidder, good morning. But, yeah, unfortunately, like I said.
Yeah. Right? If Brent was mayor, Epstein's list would be released. Absolutely.
One Epstein's list, not Jeffrey Epstein's.
Right.
Welcome back, Cotter.
Hello, Steve Kidder.
Reference there. So, strong words out of President Biden yesterday, and I'm not sure that...
was he constipated?
He might have been. Didn't watch any of his address. Some people were commenting that he looked like he was just reading the cue cards, which is better than not.
Right.
Let's be honest.
Better than mumbling.
Doesn't give us a lot of fodder for the fun things that he can do, but surprisingly enough, accused Hamas of committing a war crime for operating in the Al-Shifa hospital in Gaza, which the IDF verified yesterday. Unfortunately, that's as strong as the condemnation gets because we have laws in place that would allow for sanctions against Hamas.
Well, if they had a country or if they had an economy.
Well, but they did. True.
Right?
But they do.
How are you going to sanction them?
Well, that's the problem.
What are you
You
going to
could probably use our RICO laws to go after their assets like we have the cartel and others.
That's what we should do, is take the $11 billion from the three oligarchs.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I will give credit where credit is due. This is the strongest stance he's had against Hamas since their terror attack on Israel on October 7th that ended a ceasefire and proved that Hamas is running the new Holocaust and doesn't care about a two-party state because, let's remember, they had the Gaza.
Yeah.
They had the ability to create a country and exist peacefully with Israel. Hamas's only goal is to eradicate and exterminate the Jews. End story, full stop, period.
That's their definition. That's not like our something.
No, not at all.
They're not trying to raise Nobel Prize winners. They're not trying to build charity hospitals. They're not trying to cure cancer. They don't have scientists. They don't have doctors.
No. Torrin Bale says he needs to stop giving money to Iran. Yeah, we gave him another, $6 billion yesterday or something like that. I think $16 billion now in total since September, whenever we released the first bunch of money.
Where the numbers are quietly building, though. So almost from the beginning, and to date, there have been about 1,200 casualties of this most recent conflict in that region among the Jews. In Gaza, there have been over 11,000 deaths.
Wow, so Hamas says.
Well, what I'm telling you is you kill one of ours, we'll kill 10 of yours. Don't mess with the Jews. You ain't going to like the outcome.
I'm curious because we've heard the story or the numbers. If that attack happened in the U.S., it would have been the equivalent of like 38,000 people dying in the U.S. Would anybody have asked, would Joe Biden have called for restraint if 38,000 of our people were killed in a terror attack?
Man, I don't know. I knowing what we know now, knowing how when you look at 9/11, when America was united, it said we have to do something, and we all kind of squinted just right and closed one eye to pretend there were weapons of mass destruction because we were itching for a fight, and God bless America for that.
And W was wanting to finish off Daddy's war,
to help Daddy, and so off we go, and we go over there and start taking over Iraq and all that. But nowadays, because of that, because of the long-term backlash of that, I could see Biden saying, that's it. You've really, we're going to have to negotiate about this. Somebody blows up Dallas. Well, you guys have we still have Fort Worth, so let's talk about it.
Think about that, though. Proportionately, what happened on October 7th would have wiped out half of Victoria.
Yeah.
Population-wise. And the world's calling for restraint and proportioned response. 37 Americans died on that day. We've since had, as of yesterday, according to Roy Gutierrez, slice sorted, thanks to Tammy Keeling and their footnoting.
There you go.
56 American men and women serving our country attacked by Iranian-backed terror groups and proxies. And we've blown up a few warehouses. We haven't struck at them to try to kill any of them. Syria's harboring Hezbollah. Why aren't we sanctioning Syria?
Well, we did blow up a couple of things over there that Iran owns in Syria. That's when you start having the TK fact check. Yeah. That's what we'll call it. The Tammy Keeling fact checker. Let's go to the Tammy Keeling fact checker. I think it's appropriate to name something after her. She's a great, friend of the program.
Holding us accountable.
It's just the accountability fact check. Yeah. Tune in tomorrow when we give you our bloopers and bleeps.
Scott Tomko says, what if we just cut the money we give out by 50%? We could save billions. I'm willing to go further. I got to thinking about this the other day.
Steak knives?
Cutco. Free sharpening lifetime.
Yeah, Brian Small points out that I must have some serious cup holders in my Miata. This is nice. It's a convertible.
Yeah, it's called the passenger seat. But Scott, I got to thinking about this, and that's a great.
I just hang it like this. It's an
Yeah.
IV, or it can work for an enema too.
There you go. Colonic. Just go lightly in there.
Right?
They spell it with a Y to make it seem nicer.
You've done that, right?
I have done that.
That is
Yeah.
a no mess around deal. 20 minutes later, you're going.
You're going. And then
There's like a vacuum.
And then for the next 20 minutes, you think you've got to go some more, and you don't leave the toilet. It's leg numbing.
It's like, it's so silly that, did you giggle? Because it wasn't gut wrenching.
No, I gagged.
It wasn't gut wrenching. Yeah, I found a piece of bubble gum from the 7th grade.
Yeah, watermelon seeds when you were a kid.
They're just starting to kind of gestate.
Peanut shells.
But you just find yourself, it's like
lots of corn.
Like some people spit up. And they spit up. Some people are like, blah! That's how it is with the Go Lightly. It's like you're just
blah.
If you haven't had a colonoscopy, I will vouch for you. It's not that big a deal.
It really isn't.
Dr. Chineo,
you sleep through it.
He'll kiss you gently on the neck right as you go to sleep, and you don't feel a thing.
But to get back to Scott Tomko's point, I've got a better idea. If you aren't a democracy,
you don't get money.
You don't get money.
Why do
if you're a tyrant running a sham democracy, Vlad Putin, Hamas, you don't get money. Why are we give a bunch of money to China, for crying out loud. Foreign aid goes to China. They hate us. They've been lockstep, the Chinese Communist Party, in trying to destroy America. We've been suckered in. Oh, if only they became more capitalistic, they might be nice.
Junior Sample says poop jokes, and I'm the one you worry about. Let me tell you folks about Junior Sample from like they say a duck wakes up in a new world every day. So yesterday, Dawn and I went by Paravita, and they made a beautiful pizza that if I'm going to eat pizza for dinner, I don't like a lot of red sauce because I don't like the reflux, right?
Yeah.
So this was a diced chicken. It either had like an Alfredo or a lot of
white sauce.
Yeah, man, and had jalapenos on it. And it was phenomenal.
Take and bake?
Yeah. You bring it home, you put it in the oven, right? And the crust was really good, flavorful. And you have the knowledge of knowing, I don't think it was cauliflower, but it was gluten-free flour. And you know that it's decent for you. So because we try it and promote Paravita, Dawn takes a picture of the pie and puts it on Facebook.
Yep.
Man, you guys ought to try this pizza. It's really good. Junior chimes in. Have you tried XYZ Pizza? Man, it's really good. You need to go by that place. On our Facebook post, I'm like, from the I missed the point department. He's over there shooting kidney stones around the room. I'm just like, Junior,
knocking the mirrors off the wall.
Good job. The dogs are ducking over there.
Get by Paravita Wellness today. Get in, get healthy. Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, it really is. They've got a beautiful chicken salad. It's got cranberries and stuff in it. Yep. Go by there and get some of that. They've got
for lunch the other day.
Pita chips that are just phenomenal. It's a great snack to get you through the day. Protein based. And we did talk about with Erica last week. She talks about the density of the products and that the food is not not full of fillers. Dense. It's not full of
no, it's all clean eating.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, it's just good.
I've learned portion control by eating Paravita's portions.
Portion control. Is that Prince? Okay, working with you.
Ground control. Portion control to Major Tom.
Right.
USA Concrete Coatings, 361-578 home.
Pizza up and get my ass back home. White Trash Services, 550-1826. They'll go out to your house,
weekly
pick it up. Hell, you can go out there and plant crops in the rows they leave. Get by and talk to the folks at White Trash Services today.
Weekly pickup, dumpsters, roll-offs, demolition services. They got it all. They get you covered.
Victoria, the 6th contiguous, Karnes City, Lake Tahoe, Lake McQueeney.
Reno, Nevada.
Wherever you need them, They will come. USA Concrete Coating.
578 Home, lifetime residential warranty on all their work. So there you go. You can put it. They'll put it down. You don't have to, and then you don't have to worry about it.
There you go.
They got you covered for the rest of your life.
Your natural born life. Now, you've got that. And then Win Services for turnkey generator service. The great folks at Win are there with Generac, Kohler, Cummins, Briggs and Stratton, all the great brands.
Any brand you want, pretty
products.
much, they'll get it.
Yeah.
And they'll install it, and they'll make all the connections. It's one call, done.
Yep.
You don't have to worry about anything.
They are the best.
Yeah. Astros update brought to you by First State Bank. Former Astro in this update, Garrett Cole wins the American League Cy Young.
Good for him. And, you know, he was a fine pitcher while he was here. We hated to see him go. We understood why he went. Lifelong Yankees fan. He grew up as a Yankees fan and always wanted to pitch there. It's got to be like the highlight of his professional life to say, I won the Cy Young for the Yankees.
I would think so.
Good for him.
Yeah.
You know? Who's going to win the National League?
Well, Blake Snell won it from San Diego. He had all but 2 first-place votes. So 28 of the 30 first-place votes went to Snell. Snell, 14-9. This is the interesting thing now,
14-9 wins
Remember
the Cy
when,
Young?
Yeah, and this is, I mean, and you and me grew up at a time where if you didn't sniff 20 wins, you weren't even talked about.
No, that's right.
For the Cy Young. I mean, I can remember some Cy Young winners, maybe, like, I think David Cohn won like 18 one year. Right? Maybe I could be wrong, but 18 was like the cutoff. But if you had more than 5 losses, you were 18-5 wasn't getting to you. Snell goes 14-9.
Well, he has a 2.25 ERA, which is really good. Pitched 180 innings. He also gave up the fewest hits per 9 and led the majors in walks with only 99 walks.
It's pretty good. But I mean, and don't get me wrong.
But here's the deal. It just tells you if he goes 14-9, he's on a suck team, and that's the
Oh, I think
Padres.
I think he gave up the most walks. Sorry, 99.
He gave up the most walks?
Yeah.
So he just
third
pitched
pitcher
around.
ever to win the Cy Young while leading his league in free passes.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Bob Turley, an early win.
So the only good thing with that, the 2.25 tells me he might have given up some walks. They weren't scoring runs on him.
No.
But here's the thing. He didn't help the Padres do anything. They didn't get to the postseason.
Yeah, they were terrible.
I think it's his second Cy Young, by the way, and for Garrett Cole, his first.
He's won it in each league, Snell has. He joins a handful who've done that: Gaylord Perry, Pedro Martinez, Randy Johnson, Roger Clemens, Roy Halladay, and Max Scherzer.
Pretty good list.
So all those guys are basically Hall of Famers.
Yeah, won it with the Rays in 18. Garrett Cole unanimously wins the American League Cy Young, so no real surprise there. No, Garrett Cole's a good pitcher. I didn't like to see him leave, but again, 15-4.
Yeah.
222 strikeouts. So
they go back. I don't remember the year. I think the year was 69. B. Small can probably help.
Danny McClain has 30 wins.
Yeah, well, but
so is that where you're going with it? No?
68 or 9. Bob Gibson wins the Cy Young. He has something like a 1.7 ERA, something ridiculous.
Yeah.
And he's something like 16-9. And he had like 9 complete game shutouts. I mean, it's just dumb.
And then they lowered the mound.
And they were so terrible.
Yeah.
They were so terrible.
And they were only 4 years removed from a World Series victory.
Yeah. Yep. Portion control as we watch Carter suck from a buoy.
Well, that's why he doesn't eat as much.
What
you
they
fill
do
your,
is
you fill your gullet with a gallon of water. You got no room for food.
You wrap this in barbed wire and you let it float in the river, and it deters those from coming across illegally.
Brent going. Today's the day. I guess he's going to go get that. He's going to go get that pizza.
No, I am excited.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're having lunch with him today.
I'm taking lunch, and I told them. I went in and I said, I don't want 6 individual meals. There's going to be 6 of us that eat together today, and they're like family. And I said, so what we're going to do, I want enough that I'm not trying to turn it into a buffet, but I want enough that everybody can pass it around and use their plate, and you know what
like
I'm saying?
Chinese food.
Right.
Everybody gets to sample something.
Give me some of that dim sum.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I want the beef with broccoli. Give me some of that special fried rice.
Here's the way this goes down. Goen and Dorothy get what they want, and then the rest
is for everybody else.
then we eat like like dogs. You know the dogs. They eat. They bring it. Yeah, that's how we'll do.
Yeah. Absolutely. Nice. Well, enjoy your lunch.
No, it'll be great. And they'll, I'm just the whipping boy. I've written their insurance for years, and then they'll just, basically take turns like spitting on me and stuff. It goes with the territory. Much deserved. It's a tough crowd.
Absolutely,
it's a tough crowd.
So yeah, President Biden, meanwhile, meeting with his hero, Xi Jinping.
That's his guy.
It is his guy.
It's his buddy.
It's Barack Obama, Xi Jinping. They're on his mantle.
I bet Barack's somewhere in San Francisco right now. I'm sure he's there with them.
Well, they cleaned it up just for Xi.
They probably had a dinner together with Barrack.
Biden afterwards touted the meeting, saying, "Hey, this has allowed us to resume the ties that we had between our military and their military."
Did he really? I mean,
because the Chinese haven't stolen enough secrets from us by us letting them come in under the guise of academic research, and then their researchers just sort of disappear. They don't show back up for work, and all of a sudden the CIA or the FBI or somebody else is finding out that, hey, they were working on a project that the government funded to maximize our weaponry. And those results just kind of disappeared, and the guy's no longer to be found, and we found out he's back in China. So how many of those stories have we heard?
According to 1440, that's our source, Biden says, we're back to direct, open, clear, direct communication. Direct, open, clear, direct communications, Biden said. However, just hours later.
Direct, open, clear, direct communications, that's pretty direct and clear.
That's like on the new iPhone 15. Just hours later, he doubled down on his previous comments and said he still believes Xi is a dictator.
Of course he is.
Like, is it a surprise to anybody that the chairman of China is a dictator? Is that like, does that go without saying?
When there's video of them walking into the Chinese Politburo or whatever the heck they call it, and a bunch of armed guards march a guy out.
Well,
and the guy's never been seen since?
What else would he be besides a dictator? I mean, I don't even think that in that case that it's a negative term. What else is he but a dictator? I don't understand do they want you to, they call him chairman?
Yeah.
What, I mean, Vlad Putin, dictator. It doesn't, I mean, what am I missing? I'm not even saying that it's like, does the president of the United States really need to say, by the way, China is communist? Well, we know that, bonehead.
Led by a dictator.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't understand where Biden feels like he's really, I just want to remind the world that China is run by a dictator. Thanks, Joe.
And then a Biden spokesperson called it extremely erroneous later on.
And by the way,
clarify, that's CNN.
This is just a lie.
Yeah.
Direct, open, direct, clear communication. That's a lie.
Well, the fact that
we're at war with China, you people just haven't figured it out yet.
They're at war with us. We keep denying it.
Right.
They steal our secrets.
There's been no missiles fired yet.
No. They reverse engineer all our technology. They unleashed COVID on the world.
No doubt about it.
Laughed as we...
A military exercise to deliver COVID to the U.S.
I mean, they killed a bunch of their own people with it, too. But they
don't care.
They didn't care.
There's too many of them.
They wanted to see how the world was going to respond to something like that, and they're laughing.
No, there's no doubt.
Yeah. Steve Kidder says especially when he's incapable of clear communication.
True story.
Yeah. But, yeah.
You better take a break. We have to get the brother in.
The brother man's here, so let's take our final break.
Looking antsy, looking pensive over there.
We haven't talked about Allen's Record Service, 578-6300. Give them a call for all your towing needs.
That's all they get.
That's all they get today.
578-6300, folks, for all your towing needs, all the way down. The big rigs, they know it. We just tell you about the big truckers to give you the confidence that they can pick up your Kia after you wreck it trying to haul
to the
Starbucks. They can help you get it over to the Kia store where you can get a new Kia.
She was trying to be the brother man to the So Starbucks, that's
The
what that
thing is,
was.
Brother Man was there, gave her a free cup of coffee. I don't know what else she wants.
Chesnick Furniture Company, 116 West One Lane. Go by, see Bobby Leon and the gang. They will hook you up with American-made furniture, American-made appliances,
Yep.
financing,
We
great
talked
deals,
about that earlier.
awesome stuff.
I know you were busy, but
I
we
was.
did. We talked about that earlier. Atzenhofer, a South Texas tradition since 1926. That's their phrasing. We say they're stacking them deep, selling them cheap.
They're just down the road from higher prices.
Selling cars like candy bars.
If the flags are flying, folks are buying.
If you don't buy it today, you can buy it tomorrow because we're going to be here.
They've been there every day since 1926.
You can buy it somewhere else, but then you'd have to drive it.
That's right. Still get it serviced in Atzenhofer because they service all makes and models.
There you go. Armor Air, 579-0966. Reach out to their team. Let them come out and solve all your AC and heating problems. They can do that for you. Armor Air. Test your heater. Make sure all your they did great work for me. Found a problem in my coil, solved my problem. What's going on with the chopping block?
Well, today's the last day. You have until 2 o'clock today to pre-order your Thanksgiving meal. They've got tenderloins available, beef tenderloins, trimmed and untrimmed. How are you? They've got all the seasonings you want for it. They've got strip rounds. They've got rib roasts as well. So get in today. You can also get your turkeys from them and all the homemade sides, pork roasts, anything you want for Thanksgiving. Chopping Block has it. Pre-order by 2 today.
If you want enough of it, ask them and they'll make it for you. Why don't you go give the brother man a little FaceTime? He looks good in that blue tie. No, you got to. He looks good. He looks so sharp he could cut himself. Are you kidding me? Tell you what, look at there. There's the brother man.
All good neighborhood here. Yes, we're going places.
How are you, sir?
I'm good, sir. Good
Let's
to be
just
with
take
y'all.
a minute. Let's just you can hear it, the fans. Look, it's a good day. That there's an ambulance coming. I hope they're not coming for Brother G. We got a segment to do.
I'm standing.
It's a little early,
I'm still
isn't it?
standing.
A little early.
Yeah.
Right. They're
Get-
pulling in the front part.
Give folks an update. You got anything exciting going on? Just you, not the city. How are you, sir? Are you
I'm doing
well?
great.
You feeling good?
Blessed, very, very healthy, feel very good. It could change any second, but right now feel very good and able to do a ton of stuff, and that's what I'm enjoying, being around all these great people here in our city and hanging with you guys, so many good people that we get to work with each and every day.
We picture someday, Ash and I have talked about it, a cross between, who was it in the Bible that was that didn't die, that who's just raptured away? Was that Abraham or something? You know what I'm saying? People know the story, whether you know the character or not. I bet B. Small would know. But, God just took him up in a cloud, that guy. And at the end of Grease, we go together. And then the car just drives off.
Yeah.
That's how the brother man's going to go to his eternal glory.
Man.
The brother man's
In
not going to
Grease
have
lightning?
he won't have a lengthy
I don't want to be left
illness,
behind.
No, right. Yeah, it's bad if you Elijah. Thank you, Steve Kidder.
Elijah, right?
Junior
Steve
Samples comes in with Enoch.
Enoch, wasn't he a eunuch?
Yeah,
I don't know. He'd already had his moment.
It's all good. But thank you, Lord.
I thought about you the other day. I both of you guys with your little buddies and your pet love.
We have.
Dawn was adamant that I needed to go with her to PetSmart. And I was like, okay. I mean, Dawn, I want you to go with me. Okay. Well, when I got there, they had one of those little sandwich boards out front. It said trap, neuter, and return.
That's
There you
right.
go, yep.
I thought, man, is she bringing me in here to get cut?
Trapped.
Man,
Well, you get returned.
unbelievable.
It's
At
trapped
least you
8
get
years
back.
ago.
So they can give you back, man. Anyway, it's great to be with you guys. Big day for us, Brent. I'm not sure you're going, Ash, but Jeff Bagwell in town today.
I don't get to go either today, but that's okay.
Oh, man.
I know.
Billy T.
I was
Catan.
thinking I'd see you. Yeah, he'll be Billy T. Catan and a fundraiser for them, and it's a big one. This is their biggest one throughout the year. And we'll be down there, and you can still give donations, even if you can't go. Daniel wanted me to mention they can still make donations if you would like to for the Hope Ranch.
Fantastic.
So it's good stuff. It's sold out, though.
So you'll
today.
get some time with Bagwell. So
Yeah.
maybe take our red funnel there from Deerland Feed, get him to sign it.
I'll see what I can come up with, but I'll be there.
Something.
David Hardman's there. We're going to get some stuff. You know that.
Oh, David probably knows him.
Well, he's big sponsor.
Oh, yeah.
He title sponsor, man. We got some MVP sponsors. A lot of good people. You would see a lot of good people because there's a lot of Astros fans here.
Oh, yeah.
We
We're
know
very
that.
fortunate. There's so many Astros fans in Victoria.
And
so.
big fan of Jeff Bagwell.
Absolutely. That's Dawn's favorite.
Oh, that was her favorite?
Yeah, she likes Baggy.
She picked a good one.
Yeah, you bet.
So I want to mention that, and thank you again, Brent, and you guys right here helping us the turkey drive over there at the community center.
Yeah,
I
we're
heard you
excited about
mention
that, right? 6 o'clock
6 o'clock
on next
Tuesday.
Tuesday. Drive through and get
Thank
your
y'all.
turkey for your family. That's awesome.
Thank you,
And a
sir.
lot of the sides, too.
Yeah, there's some other side. We just heard from WellMed. They're giving pies out. We'll have some stuff over there. So wanted to mention those two before we got a little sport time.
What
right
do you
here.
got on the sports?
You ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, well, let's pick first. Well, let me tell you, Texas, I saw that they're in the top 10 in recruiting for 2024. They picked up this guy, signed Ryan Wingo, wide receiver. I'm not sure where he's from, but they said he is tough.
Good.
Wide
I
receiver.
hope we need it.
So check on Ryan
We need a
Wingo.
running back this week.
Yeah, we
do need a running
Need
back.
a running back. Yeah, I hope
Jay
the
Brooks
quarterback's
is
back.
hurt. Yeah,
too.
Ewers will be back.
Okay, so there we go. Here we go. Texas A&M no line playing Abilene Christian.
Yeah.
Okay,
A&M
no.
cruises in this game
Yeah.
with interim coach Elijah Robinson, who's a really fine guy. He's been around. He coached with Matt Rule at Baylor. He's coached some other people. The Aggies named him their interim coach. And
A lot of talk. Gary Patterson might be the next
Yeah,
guy.
boy.
a lot
I
of
heard a little bit of
respect
that,
for the Aggies for naming Robinson their interim.
There you go.
And at the same time, Patterson makes me nervous, but not as nervous as if the Aggies were to take Jeff Traylor from UTSA. That guy is an up-and-comer.
Heard y'all
He's
talking about Trey.
just a tremendous, tremendous coach. All he's ever done is win everywhere he's been.
I like him.
He's a former Texas high school coach, so he's in deep with the Texas High School Coaches Association, which obviously helps tremendously with recruiting. You give him the facilities and the capabilities
He can do it.
of A&M and his work ethic. This guy is the real deal.
I like you saying that, and A&M has everything else.
They've got everything else
They have everything else. So
except a trophy room.
it's okay. Well, stop it. You got a lot of A&M friends
They
out
got
there, buddy.
they got a trophy.
They know the truth.
Trophy closet.
But exclamation
Got
point on the
that
sign.
got that basketball trophy in there from 2003.
Big. A&M big.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
Texas at Iowa State. Texas minus 7.5, and they're number 7, of course. Still, they haven't gone down the rankings. Still, they're Alabama right
Iowa
behind
State
them.
at night. I think they've beat us 4 out of the last 5 times we've been up
TCU and Iowa State have given us trouble. We
Yeah.
took care of TCU. Now, can we do it one more time?
there. I think
They've
that
each won
there's-
4 out of their last 5.
Who has?
Both teams have won 4 out of their last
Right.
5.
Yeah, but I think Iowa State has beaten Texas 4 out of the last
Yeah.
5 times
Yeah,
we've been
they've-
in Ames.
They've given us fits.
and
They've given Texas fits.
yeah, they're gonna.
Texas.
I like Texas to win the game. I don't know if, and I like Texas to cover, but I'll tell you that
I'm going that too, Ash.
there's a lot to be said
I think it'll
for
be
the-
closer than that.
for the mindset
Well, probably.
at Iowa State.
We don't beat anybody big, do
They
we?
have a chip on their shoulder because they say, yeah, those guys at Texas, they got all the facilities, all the money. They come in here on a chartered plane.
Well, that coach of theirs, Iowa State's coach, he's tough.
Oh yeah, I think you can
somebody's going to
sell.
pick him up.
You know,
He hasn't wanted to leave, though. He's got a pretty good gig
He's
there.
got a pretty good gig, but there's people trying to get him out
Well,
there.
it only costs $8,000 a year to live in Ames, Iowa.
Okay.
Well, and then let's be honest. They're not going anywhere. They're still in the Big 12. They were compared to Washington State when the two schools met in the
Yes.
Alamo Bowl a few years ago.
Washington, right.
Washington State struggling to find a conference home.
Well, you've hit
Although
hard times.
the courts favored Iowa or Oregon State, and Washington State said you guys have full control of the Pac-12 board now.
There you go.
There you have it.
There you have
Yeah, I
it.
like Texas to win and cover
And
that. They
cover
should win
too.
by 10 or
That's
12.
what I'm thinking.
I think it'll be close.
All right,
I don't
here we
think
go.
6 points.
6 points, you're saying under.
7 maybe.
Okay.
I'll go. On
7.5 is what
I'll
it
go.
is.
Yeah, I'll say they don't.
We're going
It opened at 9. I'll say they don't cover.
Okay, we'll see.
Okay.
Well, Iowa State's had our number.
But I think Iowa State scores late to make it seem closer than it
Could
is.
be.
I'm with you.
Dallas at Carolina.
Dallas.
Dallas, can they put 2 in a row?
Oh, yeah.
Big time.
Should. They're heading into the easy part of their schedule.
Minus 10.5.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, that's-
at Carolina.
At Carolina.
I'm giving away 10 points on the road.
Carolina's
They're
terrible.
1-8. They're 1-8. But if Dak, they're rumoring. I heard you talking about him, MVP candidate, right there.
Well, there you have it.
Should be 3 wins in a row.
Dallas.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I think
Dallas,
and
for
Dallas.
sure
I think Dallas
Dallas
blows them
wins.
out too. Although Van Der Esch out for the year.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Ooh,
Is he?
that's not
What
good.
happened to him?
Neck. I think neck.
Neck.
He's got a neck.
Not good. Well, Arizona at Houston. Houston -5. I'll tell you what, Houston's been playing some ball.
Houston's hot. I think D'Amico Ryans has done a great job. We talked about it
he
when they
has.
first hired him. That was a great hire. He's a linebacker. He's a linebacker's mentality of the game. I mean, you look at it. Look at Mike Ditka when he was with the Bears. You know, and you brought that tight end, that gritty, old school leather helmet mentality to the game.
Yeah.
Ryans is a legit,
like that.
legit guy. He's
Stroud-
an Alabama guy, isn't he?
Maybe I don't
think
remember.
I think he played at Alabama.
Stroud, Rookie of the Year. Right now, he's Rookie of the Year.
Oh yeah, Stroud
Played well.
Stroud's
Stroud's
Gives
the
Tom
Pro
Brady a
Bowl.
lot of credit for success. I saw
there
that
you
on the
go.
podcast. They had
That
a good
kid's
conversation.
good.
I think Kyler Murray's back for the Cardinals, so that's good news
You
for
heard about
them.
You heard about Deshaun Watson. He's out for the year, and they're paying him all that money,
Yep.
2 years worth. They sent him out 11 games last
Ah,
year.
he'll
Here's
get
the
him- he'll
problem
get him
I've
a
got with
massage.
the
He'll be
Texans,
back.
though. They lost 3 weeks ago to the Panthers. Gave them
Yeah.
their only win.
And then they came back strong last week.
Do you think they turned a corner? Did they hit
Well,
rock bottom
I
and now
don't-
they're battling?
Well, that's the thing. I'm not sure we know yet.
Cleveland? Who are you talking? Cleveland?
No,
The
talking about
Texans.
The
They
Texans.
can't seem to.
The
They can't seem to.
Texans.
You know, they lose games they shouldn't win, and then they win games they shouldn't. But they're
Go
5
back
and
to
4.
where you were,
Texans.
just where you were. Their roster was up over here.
Texans look good to me. They're,
Look at
they're
that.
looking. They're
That's their
playing
draft
hard.
picks.
Look, that's their 23 draft picks. Look where the draft picks came from: Ohio State, Alabama, Penn
I got some
State.
good ones.
They got a guy from U of H, a receiver.
Yeah.
Got a defensive end, TCU, Alabama, Notre Dame. Got a kid from Iowa State.
I think they're up and coming. I'm
They
going to
had
say
4
they're-
picks in the first
They
3
might.
rounds. It's pretty impressive.
They may make the playoffs too.
Oh, I think
I
they
think
might.
they might make the
And that would
playoffs.
be one we were way wrong on. We would
Well,
have
it's
to own
6
that.
wins.
I'd be
Still,
proud to
still a
own
lot
that.
of season left.
And get me a new Texas.
There's still a lot of
jersey.
season. Yeah, for all the teams, still a lot of season. Say, and all the good stuff's coming, man.
I don't think they'll make the playoffs. I just don't think they'll have enough. I think only
they
one
over-
team comes out of their division. And
Out
that's
of
going to
that
be the
division.
Jags.
the Jags
They'll
are
win
what,
the conference
a
6
game and a half over them. Or
Yeah,
And
I
the
just don't
Cowboys
think
can't get
anybody
past
else.
the Eagles.
No, the only way the Cowboys get to the Super
Fifth
Bowl is
seed.
if somebody else beats the Eagles.
Eagles. Somebody has to beat them. Dallas right now is 5th seed. 4 winners, and they have the best record.
See,
other
the
than
brother
that.
man keeps up with that.
Yeah, I
We're-
know he does.
we're
Got it.
early in the season, he's on top of
Well, I heard that on radio. 5th seed.
it. Man.
We'll take it.
Judge Posey says it's going to be another close one. Texas has been very fortunate the last 3 games.
Yes,
Yeah,
they
and
have.
I don't
hey, Judge,
know-
love you, sir.
I blame that on coaching. I say that if you can't keep that intensity, that's coaching. But at the same time,
It's we're winning though. We couldn't win. We lost some of those in years past.
Yep.
This year we're winning them.
Adam Sugar says, what percent of Brother G's picks are hitting? I'm thinking about betting his picks.
he's pretty good. What
He
is
has been pretty
he
good.
knows the guy.
Yeah.
Jonathan Williams says Houston has bested all the teams
Adam.
with winning records
Adam.
besides one. They do like to play down to competition, though. Dallas has yet to beat a team with a winning record.
That's
Solid
true.
point.
That's what I worry about Dallas.
Of course, they're playing a team that's 1-8 this week.
1-8, man. They're going to try hard. 1-8 at home.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens. It'll
Well,
be.
we got Thursday night football tonight.
I believe we do. Yeah.
After bingo, we can
I'll
watch.
try to
the
get
Sound
there,
House.
boys. I
bit
got
of
a few
that.
things tonight, but
Yeah,
I'm
no,
trying to
I'm
get
kidding.
there.
Cincy and Baltimore tonight could be a good game.
Oh yeah, prime time. Though. That's prime video, right?
Tell you what, that Joe Burrow is fun to watch.
Okay.
Folks,
Well,
we hope you have a
thank y'all.
great day. Thank you, brother, man. We love you, sir. Thanks for coming in.
Love y'all. God
you
bless
guys have a great day. Be safe on the roads, and
We'll see you all mañana.
see you tonight at Palace Bingo.
Oh, that too. Bye,
Where
folks.
friends meet friends.
Well, I've been kicked out of my near.